welcome to HistoricHole. My name is David, and this week joining me is Baki and Got Milk.
Bow, 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 bow.
What's going on, guys?
Yeah, we do need air horns. I'll invest in those. Upgrade. Next episode.
Real ones? I feel like every podcast has a button, but
True.
we need
I
real ones.
could get a button set up, but I mean, I could just buy the real.
Like
You might get a noise
like a
complaint.
fuck
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, that's true.
One of
Like
those
a-
noise boxes.
Might get a complaint. He's right.
Mm.
Have you ever seen, like, I've seen dudes have like decked out their trucks, like, you know, their lifted trucks with like train horns. You see
Yeah,
that
that's
shit?
ridiculous. I
You
don't
think
really
I
like
like
that
a
kind of
air
shit.
compressor,
Stupid
like,
shit.
yeah.
That shit pisses me off, man.
You've already got your high beams on, tailing right behind
Yeah,
me.
man,
I'm
bro.
in the left lane. You can go around.
You could just drive
I'm going
over
10
me.
over. You can drive over me.
Yeah, you could literally just drive over.
Like, we get it.
But he just stays behind you just to make a point.
I got a
Shit's
question.
insane.
Do y'all like me? Because I still don't have a microphone stand. I feel like a guest.
Oh,
Am I part of this podcast?
damn.
Yeah.
Bro,
You
if
gotta
you
work
want,
on
I
this.
can hold the microphone.
Do you want to hold it for me?
Fuck yeah, nigga.
Can you
Oh,
switch
yeah.
it? Can you flip him around?
Can I flip around?
Oh, just leave it in
Wait.
there and just spin that around to him, and then he can pull that closer, and then you can just. Does that work?
Yeah, that
Hell
works.
yeah.
I wasn't expecting this.
Oh, shit.
So
We gonna get this episode started?
So the topic for today is the Titanic, because of the sub that fucking imploded recently.
Apparently it was...
Did it actually go down? I haven't had
Yeah.
time to check out.
It looks like it, like at some point, pretty, shortly after they lost contact or before they lost contact. I don't know, but the shit, like, yeah, they found pieces of it. So that means like, yeah, it like imploded. So the pressure just crushed the fucking thing like a soda can.
Does that do that?
What? Yeah.
Yeah, so I did. I looked at a TikTok and it said like the deepest you're supposed to dive is like 50 meters, something like that, and that's before you get what's it called? Like
The
the
bends?
sickness, the bends. Yeah. Where
Okay.
your body gets used to the pressure from being down there, and if you come up too fast, you can get like
It's
sickness.
like hydrogen bubbles in your blood or something. It's
Dude,
a really weird
and it's
thing.
like you fucking explode from the inside.
There's a way
your
to
blood.
treat
Dude,
it.
Yeah.
what?
There is a way to treat it, but like you need to do it like quickly
Like,
because
immediately.
yeah, it'll fuck you up.
That's fucking insane, dog.
And their
what if the nigga
submarine,
just wants to go on a swim?
their submarine, I think it's like 50 meters below that, something like that.
Well, so the Titanic is like 37.
37.
It's like aimed it right into that one.
That
dude.
slipped. That
You even have the
slipped.
ability now.
Sorry.
Like, you gotta try and do it now,
I
dude. That's like,
apologize. Yeah,
it's
no.
like fucking with me. I swear to God.
Like SpongeBob. you're like,
All right, so the Titanic is in a fucking trench down deep. It's 3,700 meters below the surface.
3,700?
3,700 meters.
God damn.
That's how fucking deep it is. And they found the debris 1,600 feet away from the Titanic's
Yeah, I
wreckage
saw- yeah, I
on
saw the
floor,
video.
on the ocean floor. So the shit imploded and just sank, and the pieces, debris of that just sank down. Because here's the thing: is the how they know that's what happened is. So inside this, if the hull of the fucking capsule that they're inside of, if that was still had integrity, there's like apparently dissolvable ropes on this thing that after 16 hours underwater, these ropes dissolve and it releases weights and it forces the thing to the surface. So it's like, if at any point, like after 16 hours, had that thing been intact, it would have forced itself to the
So
surface.
they had a fail safe. It
just imploded and just went down. There's no way at that point. Like, I mean, the pressure killed everybody instantly. I saw people saying stuff like, it's like 30 mil. I don't know, some nerd saying they calculated how, like, man, who knows? People talk all sorts of shit on the internet. But it says 30 milliseconds is how long it would have taken for the whole thing to, like, basically implode. So, like, that's how fast.
So I got a question. Imploding? Are you talking about they got squished flat? Like, if you were taking a can
Yeah,
and
like
just stomped on it,
squeezed in.
are they
Oh, that
flat
shit
now,
fell.
or did they become like a black hole, like a 1 point, like one atom?
Well, so I mean, it's one of those things where it's like it's so violent and fast that it's like, you know, it's almost hard to comprehend, you know, because of how quick it is and
Yeah.
how fucking violent it is. It's like, I think the pressure of everything coming together that quickly, like, creates heat. And so, and this is so happening so fast, you know what I
shit.
mean? So things like they basically just, I'm pretty sure like their bodies and all the matter just like ignites in as like everything kind of crushes up, you know,
Oh,
in like
shit.
this. It's a fucking horror. Again, it's like, but like it happens so quickly. Like I think, you know, your perception of this, you know, you wouldn't even know it happened. You know what I mean? It would just be almost
Yeah.
like an instantaneous, you know, just like lights went out. I don't know, you know
Yeah.
how what fucking happens when you die, but you
So-
know, Jesus Christ.
I was pretty good at physics, and my understanding is that the pressure is just the weight of the water directly on top of you. The other water doesn't really affect that. So I'm wondering if they really just got squished completely flat.
That's what I was thinking when you said imploded. I was like, so
Yeah, I
they
mean
just,
that
like-
might be the direction in which, I mean, it like, but I'm pretty sure what it's like.
So we're looking for like a subplate.
So like that pocket of oxygen inside of the capsule, if there's a way for that oxygen to get out, the water wants to force that oxygen out. You know, think about it that way. Like it's like a balloon that
Oh,
like
shit.
and it's just like everything's squeezing on it, you know, as hard as fucking possible around it. And you know, everything naturally these things are have reinforced to the point where they can withstand that pressure. You know,
Yeah.
they're going this deep. But apparently this thing was like there's all sorts of like safety cut corners on safety on this thing on all sorts of shit. Didn't test it properly in all this ways, and so like apparently, yeah, it's like this was happening. They got so deep that eventually, yeah, like that pocket of oxygen wanted to get the fuck out of there, so everything just crushed it all in an
So what I'm
instant.
picturing is when you squish a jelly donut.
Ooh.
You know how everything
Ooh,
just
is
like
that a
it goes
pro-
out the
is that a
side.
good example
Like if you
right
squish
there?
a balloon, it all flies out the side.
Yeah, I
so
mean,
they
I'm
didn't
sure,
get, like-
yeah.
They got squished, but to the point where they got forced out the side.
Yo, did you guys hear about that Noah's Ark shit under the ice?
Wait, where?
They found a
They found Noah.
yeah, swear. Oh, I don't fucking know, but like you know, there was like weird ass like just symbols around the wood.
Oh no, I've seen too many Indiana Jones movies.
That's what I'm
fuck with
saying,
that.
dog. Like, but they're saying it's Jonah's Ark because like you know it's like under like you know
Jonah's Ark.
ice. Some shit.
Noah's Ark.
Did you search that up?
What?
Noah's Ark.
No, I was looking up at the topic, Titanic.
Oh, word, yeah. Nah, man, I saw something about that and looked pretty scary. Looked pretty cool, but like you know what I'm saying, like it's scary to know that like you know they had like crazy ass like symbols on that. It's insane.
Shit's insane. Was it crazy ass symbols or was it just like Hebrew?
Just
Because I feel like it was just
fuck
Hebrew.
yeah, maybe it was just Hebrew. Maybe
It wasn't like satanic rituals and shit.
no,
Like a
no,
pentagram
no,
on the
no,
side?
No. I think it was Hebrew.
Just Hebrew.
It's Hebrew, yeah. My apologies.
It's like his name, Noah. And you're like, these crazy ass symbols.
It was just crazy ass, just like lines and
Some
shit.
dude just spray painted Noah on the side. It's like, this is Noah's Ark, see? Look, it says it.
Nah, that shit's crazy though, bro. Reminded me of like the thing, cause like it was like under ice, bro. Like it was like they dug a hole and just like went in there.
When you
Mhm.
think about it, like the thing itself is kind of like an ark.
Yeah.
What if they just
It
found
harbors
a
all
boat?
those-
under
Noah's
some
Ark
ice?
was a fucking alien that fucking just fucking
It just fucking. It
just
just
fucking-
fucking.
It just fucking,
Fuck
it was
fucking,
just
it just
fucking-
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I know what you're trying to say. It doesn't matter if the people out there don't know. It matters that I know. I know what you're doing.
Mind melding.
Fuck, you get it. You get it. Y'all
fucking,
get
dude.
it.
It was fucking, dude. Yeah.
Fucking yeah, bro.
All right. So the Titanic. Let's jump into it. All right. So Do you know anything about the Titanic?
Well,
You seen the movie with Leo and
yeah. I've
Everybody's
also
seen
like
it.
heard like some theories. This is one theory that like there were a few people who needed to die on that jump.
Oh. So it
And
was a
so-
CIA iceberg. It was planted.
Who the fuck knows?
It was
I'm
the
not-
magic iceberg.
That
with
sounds
kind of
crazy to
Central
me right
iceberg
now, but if
agency.
I keep thinking about it, it'll sound pretty normal. But no, there was like a few like old gentlemen on that fucking.
They had to go.
They
yeah,
had
they
to
just
go.
had to go. They had to go. So I mean,
They
like
had investments in new
maybe
technologies.
during that time they were like just now being able to like figure out a way to like just
Create gasoline out of like thin air.
either
They
that
had to
or
go.
like dude, they had like someone on the inside in that bitch, and like you know what I'm saying, like the iceberg didn't do that much damage. There was just a lot of impact from the inside or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
It's pretty well documented that the thing was, the design didn't account for what actually happened. It was like kind of one of these like freak accidents, and that's what's so crazy about it, you know. And that's why it has
Damn.
a lot of this lore and stuff surrounding it, right? You know,
They
what I mean?
found the Titanic, but they never found the iceberg.
Well,
The iceberg had a motor on it. Right in the
that bitch drove away. It stole the propellers from the Titanic.
That
Jesus.
iceberg had a swastika on it. I guarantee it.
The Nazis weren't even around then,
Bro, that's yeah.
you know.
It was the Hydra then.
Yeah, it was the,
The
first
New World
Reich.
Order.
Okay, so the ship basically was supposed to arrive in New York. It was going from looks like fucking the UK, England.
So it went from England to New York. Why did it went north to like go around? Because obviously it didn't go through the middle of the fucking Atlantic, or else there would have been no iceberg.
Well, no, it did.
So it went by like Greenland.
It actually didn't go like that. Well, on this map I'm looking at, it doesn't look like it went that high, but this is just the time of year. So this is April, right? Northern Hemisphere in April. You got to think this has just been through winter. You know, everything's fucking frozen up there. Like, you know, early April. Yeah, so there's icebergs. They have warnings. They know that there's iceberg to look out for them. So the first 3 days of the voyage from Queenstown had passed without apparent incident. A fire had begun in one of the Titanic's coal bunkers approximately 10 days prior to the ship's departure and continued to burn for several days into its voyage. Oops. But the passengers were unaware of the situation. Fires occurred frequently on board steamships at the time due to spontaneous combustion of the coal. You know, that's cool. You know, that shit's just exploding randomly on these ships and people just don't even know. It's all
insane,
good,
bro.
It's all good down here, folks. The fires had to be extinguished with the fire hoses by moving the coal on top of another bunker and by removing the burning coal and feeding it. All right, this is really kind of useless information. I don't need to go into that. So Titanic, here we go. Titanic received a series of warnings from other ships of drifting ice in the area of the Grand Banks of Newfoundland. So to your point, yeah, it's up there, near the coast of Canada.
Okay, I figured because a lot of the planes that go by now, they'll go to England by traveling up north because the curvature of the Earth is just a faster line.
But Captain Smith ignored these warnings of drifting ice.
Smith what? That's a suspiciously generic name.
Yeah,
All
Smith.
right, let me
What?
jump back up to crew.
I'm on you on this one right
If
here.
it's a John Smith, he was CIA.
Edward Smith.
Edward Smith?
Yeah, bro, get the
He might
fuck
have
out of
been
here,
FBI.
bro.
Some
Ed
shit.
Smith.
Inside man.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, it's probably
Edward
right.
Smith, that man was the inside guy.
That guy was not legit. All
Either
right.
that or like all the workers
All right,
are just tweaking.
we'll keep tabs on Edward
off
Smith.
yeah, that's what I'm
He
saying.
does go down with it, to be fair, but you know that's a good asset would finish the job and keep it quiet. So, nevertheless, the ship continued to steam at full speed, which was standard practice at the time. Although the ship was not trying to set a speed record, timekeeping was a priority, and under prevailing maritime practices, ships were often operated at close to full speed. Ice warnings were seen as advisories, and reliance was placed upon lookouts and the watch on the bridge. So yeah, it was like they're just like, it's not my problem.
I get it. They're going to fucking New York.
Yeah, we're going.
We ain't got no time for no fucking. There ain't gonna be no fucking icebergs.
Yeah, go fuck your mother.
Go fuck him. I'm fucking walking
I'm
here.
fucking steamboating
I'm fucking
here.
steamboating here.
Got a steamship. All right. Double goo. All right. It's generally believed that the ice posed little danger to large vessels. Yeah, they're just like, this is Titanic too. You know what I mean? They're like, we could ram through a fucking iceberg. Doesn't matter. They probably were. So close calls with ice were not uncommon, and even head-on collisions had not been disastrous. So like they've fucking full on run into icebergs before and it's been fine. So honestly, maybe that might have been better. What if they just like fucking ran right into the bitch? That might have been better because
like head on, then the hull could have like split it or they'd gone over it.
They cut it so close to it that the side of the iceberg basically punctures holes in this fucking thing.
Oh,
and this thing, they have these watertight bulkheads, but they only go up to a certain point, and it punctures like 4 or 5 of those things, and like the ship can only like withstand like 3 being punctured. But and so like at that point, like the shit's going down, but like everyone thinks it's like a fucking unsinkable, and they don't have enough lifeboats. And so yeah, you get into all sorts of wild shit here. So yeah, let's get into the sinking. So at 11:40 p.m. ship's time on 14th of April, lookout Frederick Fleet spotted an iceberg immediately ahead of the Titanic and alerted the bridge. First Officer William Murdoch ordered the ship to be steered around the obstacle and the engines to be reversed, but it was too late. The starboard side of the Titanic struck the iceberg, creating a series of holes below the waterline. The hull was not punctured by the iceberg, but rather dented such that the hull's seams buckled and separated, allowing water to rush in. 5 of the ship's watertight compartments were breached. It soon became clear that the ship was doomed, as she could not survive more than 4 compartments being flooded. Titanic began sinking bow first, with water spilling from compartment to compartment as her angle in the water became steeper. Those aboard Titanic were ill prepared for such an emergency. In accordance with accepted practices of the time, the ships were seen largely as unsinkable, and lifeboats were intended to transfer passengers to nearby rescue vessels. Titanic only had enough lifeboats to carry about half of those on board, and the ship had carried her full complement of about 3,339 passengers and crew, and only about a third could have been accommodated in the lifeboats.
Dude, that's gotta be some scary ass shit. You're just like having a drink on a boat. All of a sudden, like, boom. Some shit just starts, bro. The ship starts breaking. You're seeing fire. Oh my fucking god, bro. Like
11:30 at night. Most of y'all are in bed too.
Yeah, dude.
Known. You would just boom. What was that?
All of a sudden, bro, like you go into the fucking hallways, you're seeing fucking just a flood of water, bro. And you're just like, you in your
People
PJs,
were waking
like, what
up
the fuck?
with water in their fucking rooms, and they're just like, what the hell's going on? Yeah.
That's
Especially in the lower,
insane.
the steerage class, like the lower class passengers were in the lower part of the ship, so like they were the ones that were seeing that first. You know what I mean? And like what the fuck's going on? And they actually kept those passengers below deck for a period of time to allow the upper class passengers to get into the lifeboats before
That's
Oh,
insane,
shit.
dog.
Yeah.
You're like locked in it.
So like
While
some of them
water's
who weren't
flooding
on the list were able to get out, but the people who weren't on the list, bro, just like, yeah, nah, fuck out.
Yeah, I mean, at a certain point, I think they just, let everybody through.
Or maybe they were on the list. That's why they got locked in there.
The crew had not been properly
The
trained.
Death Note.
Get the fuck out of here, bro.
Inadequately carrying out an evacuation.
You better do a ship fucking job, and you're telling me you don't know a fucking evacuation on how to...
because
I've
this just
seen
wasn't
Black
common.
Beauty. Everyone's just getting out. Black Beauty.
What's that?
You know that movie?
The horse movie?
The horse movie.
I mean, dude, I haven't seen that in it's so long.
What's Black Beauty?
So basically, I don't know if it's the Titanic, is it? Or if it's just a random ship. But it hits an iceberg. He's in the cabin. All hell breaks loose. Water's rushing in. This little kid has to run through the crowds of people, and eventually he runs into a horse who's being like held down by ropes and with like a bunch of people. The horse gets loose. Boom, boom, boom. They go together. The horse can swim really well. The kid knocks out, and they wake up on an island. That's how
not bad.
lucky you have to get to survive the Titanic.
But see, what islands are out there?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know.
It's probably a different ship, but still, I mean, that's fucking crazy though. Was it a horse survived?
So, yeah, they had a love story between the kid and the horse because the kid found the horse and he was mad, so he gave him a sugar cube. And then the horse saved his life. Why are you crying?
Dude, I
It's a
get like
beautiful
this.
story.
Fucking beautiful,
I get,
man.
no, dude, like when I'm like kind of high and drunk, my ear ducts start to water.
Your ear ducts?
Yeah.
My ear ducts.
My
my ears are crying.
My ears are crying.
So here, the third-class passengers were largely left to fend for themselves, causing many of them to become trapped below decks as the ship filled with water. The women and children first protocol was generally followed when with loading of the lifeboats, and most of the male passengers and crew were left aboard. Women and children survived at rates of about 75% and 50%, so more women than children, and only 20% of men survived.
20% out of 3,000.
Yeah, you got to think 20%, I don't know, extrapolate. Maybe if we're just going to just cut it by a third each, a third men, a third women, a third children. So it's about 1,000 dudes. 20% of that, 200.
1,000 men
800.
laying in the ocean. You
800.
get sucked under. Because I've seen the Mythbusters.
Damn.
When a ship goes down, there's like a vortex or something. It sucks you down.
Yeah, because so what happened was this is all always up for debate too, because it was fucking. This is what's scary, So in
Pitch black.
in the Titanic movie, you can see they have when the lights go out, like they still have things somewhat illuminated, so you can see what's going on in the movie. But in reality, it was fucking pitch black out in the Atlantic.
Your ship lights would have been out too.
Yeah, so there's no way to see what's going on. And so how terrifying that is. You can't see anything. There's a boat full of people fucking screaming as it's like, because at this point, this shit's going to be like tilted up.
That's
in
like
the
an
air.
amphitheater's worth of people. Just
That's
screaming in pitch
insane,
black.
dog.
You're hearing people
Dude,
all around
imagine
you
being
drowning.
high during that, bro. You're just off the nookies, bro.
You gotta
All of a
get,
sudden,
like-
you're hearing people screaming for their lives and shit. It's fucking
It's
pitch
the
black.
PTSD that you probably have from that, dude. The survivors of that shit probably were never the same after that. You
Hell
experienced
no,
that fucking
bro.
shit, dude. No way. No way you'd live a, I mean, I'm sure you probably could live a normal life, but I'm sure that shit would haunt you. My God.
Dude,
Fuck.
nah, bro. Cause like my dumbass, I'd probably be thinking like fucking like some sea monster's gonna eat me or some
Right?
shit. Like,
I mean, your imagination alone is just gonna
yeah,
fucking
dude, and it's fucking dark. It's fucking
dark
black.
and cold, and there's dead people in the water and shit. Like
you bump up against something, you're thinking it's a fucking shark or some shit. Like,
You're a good swimmer, so you're like, all right, I can make it. Some dude jumps on top of you,
right?
you're dead.
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah,
bro.
the frenzy of people once the shit, everyone's just jumping in the water because, you don't have any choice at the point. Like, the ship's going down. Like, he's saying the way this works is, like, we were talking about these pockets of oxygen inside of the ship because the shit's so big. As it's being pulled underwater, that's fucking pulling everything around it down. So all the people that are above that are being sucked underwater because the ship's filling with water, so it's pulling all of that water down into it as it's sinking, and so anybody that's gonna be around is gonna be pulled down with that force. It's just fucking crazy and scary. So, let's do here's the sinking of it.
Damn.
Actually, between 2:10. So this is how long. It started 11:40 at 2:10, and between 2:10 and 2:15, a little over 2.5 hours after Titanic struck the iceberg, her rate of sinking suddenly increased as the boat deck tipped underwater and the sea poured in through open hatches and grates. As her unsupported stern rose out of the water, exposing the propellers, the ship broke in two main pieces. And the second and third, between the second and third funnels, the big smokestacks, due to the immense force on the keel, with the bow underwater and air trapped in the stern. The stern remained afloat and buoyant for a few minutes longer, rising to a nearly vertical angle with hundreds of people clinging to it before foundering at 2:20 a.m.
Okay, can you explain like the bow and stern? I don't know what part of the ship that is.
So, I mean, the stern is the back.
Stern is the back,
Yeah.
and that went up in the air?
Yeah, so the bow goes down bow first, and the stern's sticking up in the air like this. There's 4 smokestacks along the ship, and it splits between, I think it says the second and third, basically almost in half. And so at that point, the stern falls kind of back down and remains buoyant because there's air still left in it, and then rises back up and then eventually sinks back down. So now in Titanic, they show what happens with it is it goes completely like vertical. A lot of experts don't think that's actually what happened. They think it was just at an angle going down, because going completely vertical like that, I mean, is like, it's wild, and it stays balanced up like that. So I think at that point, it, like, you know, just kind of filled with water and went down at an angle still. But yeah, so, you know, you have
You said it split in two?
Yeah, split in two. So the first part of it's ripped off and sank, and that's
And
what
then it
everybody
went down
goes.
at an angle.
And that's what everybody goes to see. Like when they go to visit the Titanic wreckage, is they usually go visit the bow of the ship, the front of it.
That sucks, man.
Was there ever like an investigation into like if it was like terrorism, or they just everyone went straight for the iceberg story?
I mean, I guess, you know, the iceberg was pretty well documented, so it's like that's what everybody kind of goes with. The idea that, you know, it could be terrorists, you know, it's like you would really want there to be some tangible, you know, proof of that, and it's like I guess that's hard to produce. So, which, you know, the shit's at the bottom of the ocean, you know, and at this point it's like it's hard to wait. You know, what are you gonna do? You gonna try and fucking dig it up? Well, I don't know. Find the evidence.
That's true. You've got a boat full of 3,000 people though. Someone's got a motive.
Yeah.
Like, it's bound to happen.
And two, everyone is always like, it's unsinkable.
Unsinkable.
It's unsinkable.
Some like other ship companies like,
Am I
gonna
able
get
to
you,
bring
bitch.
a gun on like on a ship?
What's that?
why would you
Like-
need a gun on a ship?
Like just in case, like some fucking like something just like
Some
invades
sea bears
you.
come and get you?
Well, Cal
Bro, you
Hockley
never
in the
fucking know.
fucking movie, you know, Rose's fucking, you know, husband or whatever, fiance, he's got the gun. Remember, he's like chasing him down. Like that, like at the there's a point in the movie where it like turns into like a gunfight.
For real, in the
Titanic.
Titanic.
Yeah.
Get
You
the
never remember-
fuck
like
out of
Leo,
here.
Leo and Kate are running away from Billy Zane. He's got the gun.
Well, then word. I'd be able to bring. Okay, word. Cause you never know, bro. Some pirates might fucking invade this shit.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Dude, Billy Zane, he's like the best part of Titanic. I watched Titanic for Billy Zane.
Damn.
He got so fucked over. He's just trying to make his girl happy, and it's like it's an arranged thing. It's like it's not like a, you know, he's just like going with what the time was. Like they try and make him out like an asshole, and I mean maybe he is, but like he gets like robbed and like I don't know. I feel like he's kind of in the right for a lot of the stuff, but she's just like, no, I want to like go, you know, go have sex with Leonardo DiCaprio. It's like,
Damn.
all right, fair. I mean, you know,
So Leonardo DiCaprio, what are you
what are you
gonna
do? How you can compete
What
with
are you
that?
gonna do?
But that's
Well,
what I'm
you
saying.
just gotta wait
Do?
till she's 20. That's all.
What are you gonna do?
25.
25, and then he'll dump her.
Yeah, exactly. He would have dumped her after 25, Cal. You would have been fine.
Yeah.
Just wait. It's a waiting game.
Just wait.
It's a waiting game.
You can't
bro.
compete, so you might as well play the game.
Yeah, dude. So that sucks. Titanic, people got killed.
Dude, in the worst way ever, bro. Fuck, man. The darkness. That scared the shit out of me when you guys mentioned that.
Yeah, dude. That's what's terrifying about, like, when they were all talking about this sub that went down, where it was like, everyone's like, oh my God, like, these people are trapped. Like, they're stuck inside this thing, and they don't have oxygen. You know, it's like,
I feel bad for them
But
that
they-
they got squished, but I feel like that's almost better than being trapped in there for several
yeah,
days.
that's kind of the
Yeah,
consensus.
bro.
They were. I saw news reports that were saying like they have 48 hours of air left, like a day or two ago.
Yeah,
But
it was all like they were gone before that.
Yeah.
Like we've all been talking about it. Like there was some rescue. Like some like no, it's like they were gone. And two, like what people were saying was like if they were going to be rescued, they would need to be at the surface or close to the surface because
the ropes would have need to come up. They would have to float to the surface themselves
because the surface.
The submarine was almost one of a kind.
Yeah.
I think I heard on a news story that there was another submarine, but it was owned by a different company that could have rescued them. But obviously, it's not
anywhere.
It's
close
hard
by.
to fucking rescue a little piece of wreckage at the bottom of the sea.
Exactly. And these subs are designed for exploration. They're not designed for rescue.
For rescue,
you know?
yeah.
It's like, and that's the
damn, man.
That's the risks, you know, of doing this stuff. And see, I see some people like defending it, like these fucking dumbass people on Twitter. They're like, this is like pioneering. It's like exploring. It's like, dude, they're not though.
He was just a billionaire having some fun.
Yeah.
Like that's it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's not pioneering. And you know, that's what Everest kind of has turned into. It's like people like it's just rich people kind of paying Sherpas to kind of drag them up the fucking mountain, you know what I mean?
I've known
And
what
like,
the top of Mount Everest has looked like since I was in middle school.
right? I've seen
Google Earth. Yeah.
And two, like there's people that climb it and they like take their GoPros and shit and they'll like record their ascents and descents and stuff. And I like to watch those. Those are fun to watch. I want to fucking go up there, dude. You're in the death zone. You know what I mean? It's like when you're in, like if anything goes wrong, well, you're up that high, like you're fucked. There's bodies on Everest that because at a certain point when you get passed into the death zone, if you know your oxygen and your energy is so precious. You need it all for survival, like literally. It's like you can't carry a body. You can't fucking, you know, expend the energy on that because it all needs to go towards survival. But like I'm saying, if anything goes, like basically, and that's what's so kind of a miracle about the fact that so many people do Everest and survive is because like, you know, obviously they've kind of got it down to like a system now. It's a lot of people use oxygen and things to like help them, but still, if you get sick, there's a lot of things that can go wrong. Like you catch like a cold or, you know, like your lungs start like, you know, the cold gets to you. Like that fucks people up. And you're stuck on the top of a fucking mountain in like Nepal. Like, you know, what are you going to fucking do? You need like serious medical attention. Like so many people just fucking die.
You can die from the cold.
Yeah, literally. Yeah. And just
getting a common cold or something.
Yeah. Just getting like a fucking lung, like, you know, like issue or something like a, you know, pneumonia, you know, you can just develop that too. So dude, it's like fucking. So anyway, point being is like there is an aspect of like exploration, but it's really in a lot of these cases not. It's like people that are kind of doing things that people have already done, but for their own thrill and to say that they've done it. And it's like, you know, that's fine. You're free to do whatever you want, but there's fucking risks involved with this.
Yeah.
Have you seen the movie Everest? If you haven't, you should watch that.
No, I've just seen people who are like climbing mountains and then like boom, there's like an avalanche and it's like, bro, he's dead. Like after that, like after like all like of him just like climbing up the mountain and all of a sudden there's like a huge fucking just like avalanche coming down, bro. Dude, he's dead after that. It's insane.
Everyone feels bad for this guy now, but
I see some people like celebrating.
I think it's well. That's different.
Yeah.
I think it's different because it wasn't marketed, but we had the same conversation and like the same ideas when Elon Musk or like some other space corporation wanted to commercialize going into space.
Yeah.
And you could just pay like $1 million and go up there and they'll be like, "Oh yeah, it's so safe."
Right.
You're on a fucking rocket.
Dude.
Yeah, right. There's like
you've seen the Apollo 13 movie, like
yeah. And you know, talk about like
you get up there, there's nothing coming in to save you.
Yeah, and it's pretty wild how
they can't hear you scream in space.
How safe the space program actually ended up being. Like it's pretty wild how that turned out. But like Apollo 13 was like that was one of the closest incidents of like something really going wrong. The worst thing that happened was the Apollo 1 accident where it was like 3 guys got trapped inside of a capsule. It was just a test. They were just running a test, and it was like a full 100% oxygen environment. And this is where they found out about the oxygen flammability. Is the inside of the capsule caught fire just due to some like electrical wiring or something, and these 3 guys burned up inside of this fucking capsule. It wasn't even launching, or it was just a test. Like they were just running a test with it, and so after that they realized the mistake and stopped using it. But I was saying, if there's a movie called Everest that has a bunch of great actors in it, Josh Brolin, fucking fuck. Sam Worthington, the guy from Avatar, and I mean, stacked cast, and it goes into like an incident that happened in like 1996, and I love that movie because Everest is cool and shit, and like actors are great, but I mean, it goes into like this is like a perfect example, and it illustrates like I think this incident just illustrates all of the things that can go wrong with climbing Everest, and like you see like all these different situations, but there's also a fucking miraculous survival story in there too, and so there's also this kind of gives you some hope there. So I have that. We should watch it sometime.
Oh, word.
Yeah.
Yo, do you guys think there's a this is off topic, you guys think there's an actual Tarzan out there? Like an actual Tarzan, like a
if we're
nigga
talking
who's
Like
about
a little Bigfoot, but he just swings from trees. Yeah.
If we're talking about is it possible that there's like things that we don't know about, like in terms of like species and like deep in the woods or deep in like the jungles and shit?
like king of the jungle.
There's
like
100% a missing link somewhere. Yeah.
There's there's
Still
no way we
alive.
can look at all that, especially too like, oh shit, somebody's getting texted.
It's his bedtime.
Oh shit.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Is that an end the episode? Oh shit. So anyway, I do think though that they're probably, you know what I mean, like there's so much forest and shit especially in the US alone that's unexplored. Like there totally could be some mountain people out there just like living off the land, you know, and that's what people see as like Bigfoots and shit, you know.
Yeah.
They like see these like wild ass people and they're like, what the fuck, you know.
It's the same with like the Titanic. We had a bunch of rich people on it, so people were paying attention to the ship.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a lot of other ships that just went missing, like the Bermuda Triangle, stuff like that. People weren't paying attention to a certain ship and it just went missing.
Right.
Random stuff like that.
Oh yeah, I mean ships go fucking missing and down and
Who was that
one
one first lady in the air or some shit? Amelia Earhart.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Amelia Earhart.
Yeah.
Fucking, she disappeared. That's like a whole like triangle conspiracy right there as well.
The Bermuda Triangle.
Yeah.
I don't think it was where she went missing was in the Bermuda, but right? I don't think it was.
Nah.
But it is still one of those stories where it's like a mystery. Like who knows what fucking happened to her? I think I'm pretty sure they kind of have an idea of what happened, but
Yeah.
I don't think they really know. Like it's kind of like DB Cooper.
As much as we think we know, like, geology and all that, like, she could have just hit a fucking mountain. We just haven't sent someone up to find her in that specific location.
She just fucking hit. The
She's
side
just-
Did we ever
somewhere.
find her fucking her plane?
I don't think
They
so.
have, like, one that might have been it, but,
Oh.
like, how do you tell a plane crash after, like, 100 years? How do you tell it's specifically her?
Exactly.
Unless they find, like, a plate that's like Amelia Earhart. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, like a skeleton that's wearing a jacket.
I remember
that says
learning about
Amelia.
her. Learning about her and like seeing her plane and shit before she like took off or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to do that on the next episode, Amelia Earhart?
Dude, cause like that's like crazy. Yeah, I would love to.
Yeah, bro.
I don't think she
Bro.
could have. Dude, she couldn't have fucked up that bad, bro. I think some crazy shit just happened.
I
She
feel
flew
like
over
She
something that
got
was
shot
like
down by
pretty.
some.
Maybe
Shot
you
down.
never fucking know. Could have gotten shot down. Maybe one of the lads on that plane
F-16.
did some shit. Maybe it was a Bermuda Triangle. She crossed over the wrong fucking ocean of that.
Try that one more time. Give another swing at that one.
Burrito tacos. Like,
Bermuda.
Bermuda.
Wait, say it.
Bermuda.
Bermuda.
There you go.
Bermuda Triangle could have been a Bermuda Triangle.
He had it once.
Triangle kind of incident, bro.
Let's
Like
just call it the B try.
the B try. The B try.
Don't get caught up in that.
That
The
shit.
B try.
You just never fucking know, bro. You never fucking know.
Hell yeah. The best advice you could ever get is you never fucking know.
Shit
So-
Never
happens.
fucking know.
Hey man, you know, those people, fuck. Dude, I can't even fathom that. Like, to me, it kind of almost fucks with me on some level, right? Like, you're inside this fucking tube, and like all of a sudden, it's over. It's
Dude,
like all
you know, it'd be
over
more
and
scary, like just being
an
one of those like rocket ships that like went up in space and like just never returned. Like, what could have happened?
It just kept going.
Yeah,
Keep going.
He didn't stop. Oh, shit.
no, bro, but like you could have went through like a black hole or something, like some interstellar type shit, bro. You just never fucking know, bro.
Dude,
Like
yeah.
you fucking
I don't know, man.
that one rocket ship that just never came down.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And like you never knew like if it got like destroyed through like a meteor or some shit, or like some technical fucking problems.
What I'm picturing for the survivors of the Titanic, if there was an actual like life real movie, there would just be 2 hours of pitch black screaming. Like 2 straight hours.
It's horrible
And
to laugh
then
at that,
eventually
but
you find
You have like a cool ass like dinner.
you get on a
scene.
motorboat, maybe you're going the right direction to land. Some of the survivors obviously went the wrong way because the fuck.
Unless they had like
You
the
just went
moon
through
on
hell.
them, and you just followed the moon.
Followed the moon
Yeah.
into like the middle of the Atlantic.
Well,
That's some stupid shit.
there was
Maybe I don't.
I
fucking
got some
know.
trust in the moon right now.
I could find it, but there's a detail to the story that's even more heartbreaking with Titanic story. That's more heartbreaking. Makes this all worse because there was a ship that was an hour and a half away that could have made it to them. I believe could have made it to them before the ship sank, but they turned off their radios because I think that like the radio communicators maybe got into like a bit of an argument or something. I don't know.
An hour and a half?
No way.
How long was the ship sinking? Because my mind was like 3 minutes
It was a little over 2.5 hours
of sinking.
of sinking. So it took some time to go down, but this ship was an hour and a half away, I think, and could have made it to them, but they turned off their radios. So the next closest ship was 4 hours away. So that ship is the one that eventually showed up. And
Oh, dude, bro, just like
The
not even
Carpathia.
knowing, but like imagine if you just like were like alive for 4 hours during the whole entire experience, and then you were just like,
You're the captain of the next ship, and you're driving through waters of dead people.
but just like right on the money of like just doing what you needed to do to make sure that like you would last at least like a few hours. Instead of just like being one of those ones who just like immediately died because like they felt like they had no hope. That's a fucked up situation right there, man.
You're surviving on like a door. On a
Dude,
door.
that
But
would
you don't
be
get rescued because they can't see you in the sea of dead people.
Oh my god, bro, that sucks.
yeah, the ship that rescued them was the RMS Carpathia.
Carpathia.
And so, yeah. And it shows
Did
what
Edward Smith survive?
No, he did not.
Some fucking Fallout type shit. That shit's
He went
crazy.
down with the ship. In the movie, you remember that scene where he's like inside the fucking like one of the cabins? There's like he's surrounded by water and the glass just shatters.
Yeah.
It's fucking yeah. Again, people like even back in the day, you know, people are obsessed with true crime now, and like true crime stories and all that shit and podcasts. It's so popular.
There's got to be a million fucking 9/11 documentaries and stuff like that.
Oh, and people just like we like love disasters,
Like
and
horror,
shit.
yeah.
Like in learning about that stuff, for some reason, it piques some sort of morbid curiosity in some people's minds. So I don't know, but we'll do Amelia Earhart next episode.
Dude,
At the
Amelia
request
Earhart,
of
that would be
Baki.
pretty sweet.
Baki's request.
Just for you, Baki. You know where I went today?
Where?
I went to Glory Days.
For real?
For real.
Fuck yeah, did you enjoy it?
I fucking enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was fucking good,
Had
bro.
some good food.
That's
Got
what
my
I'm
dick
saying.
sucked in the bathroom.
Fuck yeah.
Damn.
Fuck yeah, buddy. Random
Felt like a
stranger
man
sucking your
and
dick.
a weirdo at the same time.
You never know.
You never know.
You never know what you're gonna get. Life is like Glory Days, Glory Hole. You never know what you're gonna get.
Damn.
That's the Forrest Gump movie I know. I need to hit it up.
Never
now
know
I'm the
who's gonna
odd
suck
man
your dick.
out. Now I gotta fucking go. We
Dude,
we
it's so fucking good. Like, we should all fucking go.
should all go. It's like company meeting.
Company meeting
Can we
in
do
the
a
bathroom.
podcast in glory days?
Do a podcast in glory days. I mean,
In the
maybe.
bathroom. Record people getting
Just like break out like all the equipment. Sitting
yeah,
there at
so
the
I'm
table
right
just
here
recording.
getting my dick sucked through this hole right here at Glory Days. Come by around 9 p.m.
Come by and
Get
come.
your complimentary Glory Hole suck.
It's your BJ. Your GD BJ.
Your GDBJ. GDBJ at Glory Days.
We had
around
Glory
9
days.
o'clock.
All you can eat.
Bro, that shit is fire though, right? The burgers?
The burgers.
Nigga, tell me you had some of the burgers.
I had a burger.
You got a burger.
You got a big old fat burger.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah.
I need to hit it up. Now I feel left out.
It's the American
Nah,
experience
dude,
right
you
there.
wanna go? You wanna go?
You want to go? Yeah. Yeah, I want to go.
Alright, word. Give me
We're
till
going.
like the fucking. Give me a few
A
days.
burger,
Give me
some
I can't
crack.
go right now.
a blowjob. They got everything.
Get yourselves like some like smoke before, and then like we spend like, dude, cause like you bring like 2 people there, it's like $27. It's not that bad. It's pretty fucking cheap. How much was yours? Just
20 something.
20 something. Did you bring someone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
You know, easy
I need to look-
easy $40 spent there, and you have a well-fed meal with like a fuck ton of leftovers.
I need to figure it out.
Glory days.
It's
It's
really
like
good.
one of those taverns in Star Wars. If you go to
Yeah.
the shady character in the corner,
Yeah.
he can marry you, he can divorce you, anything.
Yeah,
He's a
it's like
priest
it's
and
like
a
one of those
lawyer.
like
Yeah.
culture kind of like vibes to it, bro. It's fucking amazing. It's like as soon as you walk in, it's like a different atmosphere, bro. Like a fuck ton of TVs on the walls, bro. You got Looney Tunes, you got golf, you got football, you got baseball, you got basketball, you got the fucking news team.
Well, you don't got
And then,
football
bro,
and basketball
dude,
right now, but
Dude, you're
I see what
also
you're saying.
like I said, bro. You're able to fucking get like a fucking radio and like sit at your table and tune in to the fucking TVs by the numbered
Oh
stickers
my
that are on.
God.
Dude, it's so
the
cool.
future.
Swear.
Baki just gets high and starts twisting the radios.
Yeah,
Sounds like
nah,
it's
bro.
like
I'm a
guess
fucking
which
retard
fucking
in
TV
that
it
bitch
is.
without him, bro. I'll have that shit all the way up, bro. There's like old people right next to us, bro, and I'm just not even thinking about them. I'm thinking about this fucking crab mac and cheese and my fucking burger
Yeah, I didn't
and a
think
good conversation
About to
while
get
watching
gushy
Looney
in this
Tunes.
burger.
about it. Get it all out, bro. COVID. I'm just
Oh
kidding.
fuck no, dude. I didn't even get those shots, man.
Oh shit.
I got all 3.
Are you
I
kidding
feel like
me?
I'm gonna have like a seahorse as a child.
Yeah.
It's gonna come out with like no legs and a tail.
Oh shit, my fault.
Maybe a long
Footsie.
beak like a horse or
Ooh,
something.
Ooh.
An extra long neck maybe.
Maybe, bro. Maybe. That'd be some crazy shit. If I saw a kid with a long neck, I'd tell my kid to not fuck with that boy.
Like go to play basketball.
Don't fuck with that boy. He's got gills.
Yeah, don't fuck with that boy.
Or
That
you-
dude
if he's
probably
got
eat
gills,
you.
Be a swimmer. You know. What
He
I mean?
probably eat you. Oh, he
Damn.
probably eat you. Who knows?
I've got dude.
So I got one vax. I got the J&J.
J&J,
Yeah.
Johnson and Johnson.
Neither, bro. This dick is fucking pure, clean.
But see, I did the J&J because I didn't want to do the mRNA.
What?
I don't even know what that shit means, but
I
The
don't know what it
fuck
means
does that
either,
mean?
But it's the.
I got that one.
Moderna and Pfizer shots are mRNA vaccines, which apparently is just like a whole new thing. I don't know what it is, and that's why I didn't get it. I don't know what the J&J is, but I was like, they were telling you not to get that one. I was like, well, if they're telling you not to get that one, that's the one I want to get. It's like, all right. People are like, you get blood clots. I looked it up. It was like 0.000 like 1% of people getting blood. I'm like, all right, I'm okay with those odds, like those numbers. I'll
These goddamn
jump in.
vaccines,
Fuck
they-
I
it.
just didn't really like pay attention to those, even those kind of thoughts that you were talking about, bro. I just passed all 3. I didn't really want to fucking do it.
they researched these goddamn vaccines for about 2 months. and then tested them on us like some Nazi.
I just had like a gut feeling at the end of the day. I was just like, nah, I'm not going to get that.
YouTube's probably gonna flag this. Did you see they like took down like I guess like Jordan Peterson and interviewed RFK Jr. who's like running for president, and they talked about vaccines, and they like took the episode. YouTube
Dude,
like
have you
censored it.
seen on Instagram?
So-
I'm
The fact that
sick
we're-
and tired of getting people like getting the news strike down. Stuff like COVID, everyone forgets about it. It was a whole year of our life.
Oh yeah, no, a
just
whole
fucking
year
gone.
Yeah, and like who's
Listen,
to say like
you know what
the
else
fuck
is fucking
happened?
gone from my memory? The sky that was on fire like last week.
Memory hole.
You remember that shit?
The
They
CIA.
were telling us to
There
go
was a
outside with a
fucking-
mask on.
There's a fucking
trying to get
fire
those masks
in
on
the
our face
ocean,
again, bro.
and it looked pretty fucking brutal. This fire in the ocean,
The fire in the ocean.
dude, it was fucking insane.
The goddamn
Like,
water's on fire.
Dude, it was like bubbling and shit, and like fire was rising from this fucking water. I'm not playing with you, bro. Like
The
the
Phoenix.
shit's fucking insane.
I'm not playing.
I'm not playing,
with you,
dog.
boy.
Yeah, I didn't take you seriously.
I
with
saw
one.
that shit like at like fucking 2 a.m. In a fucking small ass box last night, and that shit scared the shit out of me. I was like, oh my god, shit's insane.
My God.
My god,
My God.
You're in the fucking box just scratching
bro,
your hair out.
dude, there was a
Fucking
fucking
water's on fire.
like we've only discovered like 86% of fucking land, but for like fucking or 80 something of land, but like in the ocean it's like 6%.
Yeah, dude, we don't know
Yeah.
anything about
We
that.
don't know
There's not a
anything about
goddamn
the
chance
fucking
we're finding this man in his sub.
No, that's fucking scary. Like, we
Yeah.
don't understand that. Like, that's fucking scary. And then you do fucking research behind it, bro. And, like, they were talking about, like, how, like NASA or some fucking company was fucking going in the ocean and exploring that shit. And then they were fucking pulled back, bro. Like, why the fuck is that? Why the fuck is that?
You think about 6% of the earth, like the land. What's that? Florida. We've explored Florida of the ocean.
Speaking of fucking oceans, bro, there was a video of this guy, and like he was on his ship, like it was like one of those industrial kind of ships, like probably doing like oil works or
Shipping
or just cargo shipping, bro. Fucking like
Shipping
it's
it up.
nighttime at like fucking like 1 a.m. type shit, bro. He goes outside. There's one fucking, and it looks like some. There's one fucking wave coming on the left side, and then he looks on the other one, and it's like right side too, bro. And like it's like someone swimming that fast compared to like the ship going like.
Oh, I saw this
the
shit.
Yes, bro.
The mermaids.
Yes,
The
That shit
mermaids.
is so scary. Fuck that. I'd be pissing and shitting my pants, bro. I'm not playing, bro.
Pissing
Fuck
and
all
shitting?
that, bro, dude. Because like, bro, like
You
you're
can't
on.
see under the water. It could be a dolphin, but
You
that
were
shit
on a
was scary.
fucking yeah, bro. You were on.
This
Well,
could be
maybe,
dolphin.
maybe the dude was just high as fuck and like had a paranoid thought. And
Yeah,
was just like,
he's
yo, like
fine.
what the fuck is this?
I don't know.
Shit?
I saw that shit too.
That shit's
It could have
insane.
just been like he's got some rope and like a cage outside the boat.
Dude, just
I
like
don't fucking
watch The
know,
Little
but-
Mermaid. And
Nah,
was
bro,
my-
that's too much right there.
You
That's
saw that
too
shit
much.
swimming.
Yeah.
He watched The Little Mermaid on acid, and now he's just fucking tripping. He's seen
Nah,
everything.
but there
He's
was
like,
this
"Oh,
one. There was this
Ariel!
one fucking. Like the mermaid said
want
like.
you."
Like come in and help or some shit like that, bro. It was just fucking weird, dog. That shit. Oh my god.
Those aren't mermaids. Those are sirens. They look like fish with like sharp razor teeth.
Oh, you're
You
talking.
know, sing
Fuck
to you.
that.
Are you talking about like the?
They have like big
from
tits
the
and like a
Odyssey?
fat ass, but like it's not a fully exposed ass because it's a
Alright,
mermaid.
Let's relax.
Okay, my fault.
Big tits and fat ass. All right. Yeah. No, I mean, but you're talking about sirens. We're talking sirens. We're talking about Odysseus and the Odyssey.
Dude,
And they'll
yes.
sing to you.
They sing to you.
They had to
in,
fucking
like,
put
a
mud in
such
their
all
ears.
beautiful
men,
way.
all the men on the ship wanted to go, but he somehow resisted their song. I can't remember how.
He
did.
tied himself to the raft, to the pole.
Yeah. You're right. That's right. He's
To
right.
and
Because
like
the singing was
dudes-
so beautiful. All his men just jumped in the water.
That's
they drowned.
crazy. That's some Marvel type shit. You remember Wakanda Forever?
Dude, have you gone through
Oh,
the
shit.
Odyssey?
Yeah, I've seen that movie. I've seen that movie in like
Did you seen the
like
made for TV
ninth
movie?
grade, 10th
You
grade.
seen the made for TV movie with Armand Asante? Dude, the
No.
bad guy from Judge Dredd.
No, dude, I haven't even seen like I've only
He
seen bits
plays
and pieces of
Odysseus,
Judge
and
Dredd.
it's like a 2-part fucking thing, but it's like real cheesy because it's like so low budget and shit. But like, But it's a good job. I don't think it does a good job of at least like delivering like the main points of like the epic. Like dude, I love it. Like I don't know, the Odyssey is like got so many ups and downs and like so many iconic fucking like the Cyclops and dude the fucking
The island.
fucking Charybdis and Scylla, like these fucking sea monsters and shit. You're talking about sea monsters, dude. Like you fucking would love that shit, dude. Charybdis and Scylla are fucking insane. That's where like Odysseus basically loses his entire crew. Is to the whirlpool monster. It's a monster. It's like a basically big mouth in the ocean that opens up and like creates a whirlpool and sucks everything into it.
Dude, bro.
Big sharp teeth, like.
Imagine just like you're out in the middle of the sea. No, I was saying like you see like a hole.
That's not.
And it's got like fucking teeth and shit. And you're just like, holy shit.
Yeah,
but like,
bro.
but like, try to further that imagination to like how big that sea beast looks like underneath all that water, bro.
Right? Your imagination does the work. That's what I'm saying. That's why I love it. You know what I mean? It's like it lets you, come up with
It's
that.
fucking insane.
You know that
dog.
that's what whales do. When they breach, they'll just have their mouth open and go up, and it like sucks all the
that's
krill in there.
crazy.
You've seen that? Like the
videos
people
are
in the boats getting like trapped in the mouths and shit.
Yeah.
Like that shit happens, dude. Like they come up, they just mistake.
They don't.
The
The
boat.
whales don't have teeth, but you're now like in a capsule of just water. You just sucked in,
Their mouth.
and then you get digested,
Dude,
I guess,
what?
or you get spit out.
Usually
but
they spit.
You're dead.
You're like a fucking boat. You know what I mean? Get spit out. It's not gonna swallow all that. But
That
still,
sucks,
I mean, if it's like
man.
Moby Dick, I guess, or whatever. What is it? Or the one in like Pinocchio, then like a fucking whale like swallows them. I can't remember. Fuck it. Who cares? What was I gonna bring? I was gonna bring up this movie called Underwater. Have you seen that? It's got the chick from Twilight in it, Kristen Stewart.
For real?
And it's called Underwater. And dude, I think if we're talking about all this underwater stuff, dude, like, and how scary that shit is. It's like this. It's like based on this. It's like a fictional story, but it's like there's this huge underwater complex, like some sort of like mining thing, and like it's basically about like a big disaster that occurs on it, and it has like fucking sea monsters and shit in it. So
Oh, wow.
I think you'd like the movie, and I thought it was pretty underrated. It came out during COVID. And I thought it kind of was like one of those where it's like they had it chambered ready to go, but COVID happened. They kind of were like, well, we want to make some money off of this, but they couldn't release it in theaters because everything shut down. So it was just kind of put out there. And I thought it kind of flew under the radar because of that, but I fucking enjoyed it. I thought it was pretty intense, and like this whole shit with pressure and fucking, all the drowning and any of the horrible things you can think of that happen with water is like in the movie. So like I dug it. You should watch it, bro. We got Everest and Underwater on the list. I think it's called
Everest and underwater?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is on the list now. And
going to highest and lowest.
And so right? Yeah, facts. All right. So you still need to watch Rules of Attraction though if we're all gonna talk about
dude,
it.
fire. It's an amazing movie.
'Cause
I
we
can't
watched
find
it.
it on bootleg websites though.
I might be able to rip it. Maybe I shouldn't say this on mic. but somebody out there might potentially be able to rip it and give you a copy.
I think we're okay. I grew up in the era of LimeWire, just downloading all your shit for free.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. Either that or I'll just like, can I borrow the DVD at some point?
Yeah, I could
And just
probably
play it
I don't have a
Yeah.
DVD player.
I mean, I could probably
Xbox or PlayStation.
I mean,
Got a PC.
I'm saying like a person could rip it and then just give it to you on like a flash drive.
A flash drive would work, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Like that somebody could
I
theoretically
want your
do
flash
that.
drive, all your porn files.
Dude, I
Dirty
got plenty of
motherfuckers.
flash drives. All right, I got flash drives. I'm not.
Do I have a flash drive that like if you plug in and like you click on it, it's got like a Minecraft and then a virus, and if you click on the virus, brother, your whole computer screen is just
Why
fucked.
do you have that?
It's in my car
He's
right
just
now.
ready to prank somebody.
High
Just
school, I had
bork
a
their
flash
PC.
drive with definitely Minecraft and some mods on it.
That's scary. Imagine having somebody over at your house and they just plug in a fucking random ass flash drive, and like you never notice, but it's in the back of your PC and it's fucking like transferring all the data, all the websites, like your webcam files. Like when your webcam's on, like it's able, like the user from the other PC is able to Bluetooth connect to that fucking flash drive or whatever.
Oh yeah, you got some sort of like tool. Yeah, some remote access.
That's
tool or, like,
insane,
yeah,
dog.
Dude, there's all sorts
This
of
is
shit.
the type of shit that makes my dick shrivel up, bro. Like I don't. That's scary, man. Like someone's just watching you. Like I don't want someone like watching me fucking just chilling.
Well, the
like, with my
government
dick out.
can do whatever they want, dude. Have you seen Snowden? Have you seen Citizen 4?
Yeah, dude. Snowden was fucking crazy.
So like you see, like what that movie's talking about, like real shit.
Yeah,
like, that's
yeah.
like the facts. Like so they have the whole thing. The movie actually talks about specifically is the FISA court, this secret court that approves like all these warrants to spy on people. It's like a secret court, right? Because the way government works, like you got to get approval through the judicial branch, but the executive branch has been doing everything they can to get around that. And so basically, though, what the movie shows is that like certain agencies, like the CIA, seems to be beholden to like the FISA court and like FBI, but like the NSA just fucking could do whatever they wanted. Like they could look at whoever they wanted. They could pull up your fucking dick pics. They could look at your emails. They could look at your text messages. Look at anything on your phone. Your phone could be off and they could turn on the microphone.
Do you think your deleted files are deleted?
It's stored on a server somewhere. If it went over the wires, you sent it over the wires, it's stored on a server somewhere.
Dude, for real?
Yep, they have massive data centers that just store everything that everybody does.
Bro, that's fucking crazy, dog.
Yep. Yeah, of course it is, and people don't know that. Like the amount of ignorance around this stuff is like crazy because like that's why Snowden came out and did all this stuff because he wanted to tell everybody, hey, what they're doing is actually outside of the bounds of what they're supposed to be. And then a court eventually, as the shit moves through, Snowden does this shit, gets stuck in Russia, has to basically live there in exile. Meanwhile, a court in the U.S. basically says, yeah, what he did, he's a whistleblower. Like he revealed the U.S. government was doing something illegal. So that's when you do that, when you're revealing an illegal activity by somebody in authority, that's whistleblowing. So that's what whistleblowing means. The just general definition. And the fucking judicial branch agrees that Snowden was blowing the whistle. He shouldn't. And the reason they want to get him, he's a really smart guy and really charismatic guy and knows how to speak intelligently about these things. And so they really don't like him. Because Julian Assange, on the other hand, he's a bit more of a kook in the sense of like, he's a little bit more out there. He's sometimes like, a little bit more conspiratorial, you know what I mean? So it's like people have a hard time kind of, I guess, taking him seriously.
Yeah, there's a lot of people like conspiratorial, like they'll have a lot of like good information, but it's trapped behind this like atmosphere. Like this person, I can't relate to them. They're crazy.
Yeah.
They've seen too much shit. They've got PTSD or something.
Yeah, and like, don't get me wrong. Like I think Assange has done good stuff. He's revealed, he's again, like with his whole thing with WikiLeaks was to protect whistleblowers, anonymous whistleblowing. Give us your documents. We'll publish them out there. We won't, release your name. We'll protect you as a source, and so you can blow the whistle on people in authority doing fucked up shit, right? And that was his whole mission. But then, again, like he released that video of the U.S. Army or the U.S. military murdering the two Reuters journalists, and they called it collateral murder. Like it was during like the Iraq War.
Oh wow, that's fucked.
Of course it's fucked. And that's the thing. Like this video comes out, you think about how many things we don't know about. Like this is just one thing that they were able to get their hands on and release. Think about how many instances of like the U.S. military like killing innocent people or like blowing up, like, and they don't show it to us because they don't want us to know, you know what I mean? Like how kind of fucked up the situation. And this is what perpetuates the cycle, right? You have people in like these countries that get invaded. They grow up resenting the United States, and, people like, terrorists and bad influences can use that resentment to recruit them into doing bad things in the name of religion or political gain or terrorism,
Osama bin Laden did that, right?
Yeah, exactly. And
he came out of the book, and like it just like you just completely like read the whole war just different after that.
If you were like growing up in a Middle Eastern country, you've already got the U.S. all up in your business every day.
Mm-hmm.
They're basically ruining your life. They're kicking you out of your own home. And then some guy named Osama says that if you do this, something like that, these
We can
people
get
you
back
already
at
don't
them.
like, you can get back at them. Plus, you'll go to heaven and you'll be rewarded with all this stuff.
Yeah.
There's a
That
lot of people
shit's
that
crazy.
they just like agreed with it, and it's crazy.
Well, that's the power of this manipulation and like the brainwashing, that these people go through. You know what I mean? And
You'll create a monster out of it. Is what we
It's
don't
crazy
understand.
because it's easier than you think. It's easier than you fucking think. When you have like hurt people like that, hurt people in like poor situations, they've already experienced the violence. They've already experienced like their whole life is fucked up. All you got to do is push them to the edge, or at least in the right direction that you're trying to take them.
Bro,
And they'll do that shit themselves.
The canon event. Bro.
Have you seen Spider-Man?
which one?
The new one?
Dude, the new one.
Not the new one.
Bro, saw that tripping. That shit was so fucking insane. The first
It was
20
so
minutes is an intro towards like the second movie before. I mean after the first one, how the white bitch got her and into the stick when it came to
Yeah.
it's so fucking amazing, dog. Like, you gotta watch it.
No, I need to watch them. I just have not caught up on it yet. I
Saw
was
that
gonna
shit
say
in
something
IMAX.
to your point though,
No,
real
IMAX.
quick. Before we get too far from the topic, was what you're saying though. It's like, obviously in this instance we're using like fucking. I can hear shit. I hear everything. In this instance we're talking about Islam, right? Islamic terrorists and stuff. But like, what you're saying though, like using resentment, and people that have been hurt and have experienced bad things, using and manipulating those people, it's not limited to like Islam, right? Like that happens within like Christianity. You have like these fucking radical people that like fucking blow up like abortion clinics and shit like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's the same things going on. They're using the same tactics, and you look at political violence and stuff, across the board, like, right-wing or left-wing terrorism, like, it all manifests from that same place of hurt and revenge, you know what I mean? And that's why, you see all these things out there, so many people trying to be like, oh, this is the way to believe, or this is what to believe, or, we all need to do this, we all need to kill these people. Everyone's got these answers, right, to the problems. But, like, at the end of the day, like, in my mind, it's like, if you're like genuinely, if you're just like, hurt and using like this negativity to like, I guess push your worldview, to me, it's like, I'm not going to trust you. Like that to me, it's like, I trust people that like give me fucking hope. I don't know. Maybe that sounds a little too like, cliche, but like, it's just like, man, like nihilism just like takes you to this fucking dark place that lets you kind of like get resentful and like start seeing people as not really human, or because like, I don't know, it's a deep topic, but like, I'm just saying, like, what you were saying is just a great example, like, of that manipulation tactic, just using people's emotional trauma and physical trauma perhaps to generate a reaction out of them.
There's a lot of problems with nihilism because you still have your other emotions. You're still human. You're not a robot.
Yeah.
So you believe in every emotion except like hope in humanity. And hope in humanity is a lot of the reason we don't go around shooting each other. So yeah, that can explain like why a lot of like poverty-stricken places are just more violent, because they don't have hope.
Yeah.
Because they don't believe that it's possible for them to get out, or for it to change, to like get to a better situation.
Have you seen Washington D.C.?
No, that's very true. Though what you're saying though is like spot fucking on, dude. Like, yeah, I totally agree with that.
There's legit like a whole fucking community of just like homeless people. Like just
DC?
Yeah, dude. There's just several fucking like areas.
It's like a major,
Yeah.
every major
Just,
city,
like-
dude, is like that. Like there's just homeless encampments.
Dude,
like, in
I've
every
never
major city,
seen
dude.
something so fucking like crazy like this though, bro. Like, I mean, like, there are legit communities of homeless areas, bro.
Dude, they've been talking about that in LA and San Francisco for like, California's really bad with it apparently.
Jesus Christ,
but
because
they're
everyone
in
wants
New
to
York.
chase a dream in California. It's LA.
Yeah, well, I mean too, they just got so many fucking people there too, and like
Well, yeah,
God.
that too.
There's places like Death Row.
Skid
it's
Row.
like Skid Row. That's what it's
Yeah.
called. People just like, they gather together because they all think that they're gonna get drugs there.
Strength in
A lot
numbers
of that.
too. You know what I mean? Like if you,
But
you're
strength in numbers, like the government pushes in there a lot of times. A lot in Skid Row, a lot of people get dropped off there because like the local government can't like control them. They don't want them in other areas, like urban areas, so they get dropped off like near Skid Row, and then they just like kind of gravitate towards there because there's other people doing the same shit.
Yeah.
That shit sucks.
Yeah, man, and it's just like there's the incentives. The government doesn't want to fucking solve the problem, obviously, right? You see the results. That's my whole thing with people, and like when it comes to politics, is like everybody just starts digging their heels and starts defending their sides. I'm just like, look, dude, look at the results of both sides and what they're fucking doing. You know what I mean? It's like this is their handiwork here. It's like we need to be able to recognize like the actions and the words are not matching up. You know what I mean? It's just like they're selling us on bullshit. So that's my whole thing. And it's like people always just be like, oh, you're just like both sides and shit. And I'm like, dude, like fuck off. Like that, if you want to believe so hardcore that this one side's got your back, like then you do you. But like it's just not reality. If you look at what's happening, like sorry, like it's just the facts. But
it's starting to be out like everyone's just out for themselves now.
Yeah, for real. And that's the thing. It's like being able to recognize that actions, when somebody actually does something that helps people, we need to be able to recognize that and reward that. You know what I mean? Encourage that type of behavior.
Yeah.
But, it's just everybody gets so lost in all the fucking noise and bullshit, man.
Especially with like all this TV, bro. It's all in what you can get on the air. If you're just sending straight positive messages, you're probably getting someone out of a shitty situation right then and there.
Well, dude, I mean, you never know what fucking some hope can do for somebody. You know what I mean? You just never fucking know. And that's one, like, I did some teaching, and that was, like, the one thing, though, that keeps me positive about that experience is, like, if maybe I did impact somebody positively and that helped them, you know what I mean? You never know. Like, you never know what your impact might be on somebody's life, so. But maybe that's a good spot to end the episode, because Baki got to piss. And I'd probably do, too. So. I'm
sweating like a motherfucker right here. Sweating like a slave in chains.
Oh my God. Gotta go there with it. He's going there with it. He's gotta go there with it. Okay, so what does that make me? Alright, so now so if you like this episode, go to iTunes and give me 5 stars, or Spotify, or wherever you're listening to it on, and YouTube, give me a thumbs up. Comment, get the algorithm going. Go to my Instagram, Twitter, like my shit so the algorithm picks it up. It's all about the algorithm. I don't know. I've been trying to figure out how to game the system.
Subscribe, like, comment, give your opinion.
Fucking check us out on Instagram, bro. HistoricHole. Fucking got milk. Boom. Fucking Baki the one.
If you comment,
doesn't matter if you came. Doesn't matter if you came for his brilliant commentary, for Baki's rambunctiousness, or for I forgot what I was gonna say.
Intellect.
But I've got a lot of thoughts and opinions. I've got some fucking opinions.
He's got shit to say.
I've got some goddamn opinions.
Some shit to say, bro.
He's got some shit to say. No,
we're just a bunch of fucking Americans closed up in a time in a roof life setting, and we just got so many fucking thoughts, man. We just need to let that shit out. One bust at a time.
Well, it's whatever, it don't always have to be so serious, but if we can get some real shit in there.
Get some sympathy in there, bro, some emotion.
Can't hurt, right?
It's gotta be a roller coaster.
Yeah.
It's on.
Exactly. It's life. It's like life. This podcast is an analog for life. All right, folks, that's it for tonight. Have a good one. Y'all don't want to say bye or anything?
Oh, yeah. You guys have a blessed one. Be safe.
Sleep well. I love you, baby.